this for a tough choice early on. Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they got one right here.
What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul, come on. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position? Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. Two words here. Difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your... I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? One 49er has already been taken. Might we see his teammate here join him? These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft.
How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On second down, Mariota again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That could be a downside of putting together a team in Draft Champions Week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's now 4th and 3.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fourth down, Mariota. And this is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bears will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. A second down throw here for Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Mariota now. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he comes back with 1 complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Mariota on 4th down. Gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw Mariota. This is intercepted. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Tomlinson on the handoff. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That'll be a gain of 16. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. A first down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's first down, Miami.
On that play, as you saw the route start to downfield, I
wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go jump with my whole squad and don't need the R&R to regular life. I say I vibe. Hey, living life in the fast. Your pain only beat. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tap. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey. Do what you wanna do. I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Bring a rack, new grill and a bunch of snacks. You just wanna have fun, hey. Do what you wanna do. Think about to do it. Think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Down.
It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Washington's been represented once already in this draft. Could one of his teammates be about to join him? Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
Do something crazy.
Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. Definitely some options with, or get yourself some help up front.